somebody that school just isn't for them and they want to be that entrepreneur? Like, how do you get it going?
Yeah. It's really grit.
It is
you know
grit,
what I
right?
mean?
Yeah.
It is. I mean, yeah, I have some education behind me, but there's so much that you don't know that you learn along the way.
Exactly.
And you have to be willing to be okay with going home at the end of the night saying today sucked. It wasn't at all like what I thought it would be. You know, I feel very inadequate at what I'm doing, but you wake up the next day and say, I'm going to get back at it and I'm going to fix what I broke yesterday. And a lot of it's teaching yourself, but you also have to be open to ask questions and reach out to people that maybe have been in business for a couple years and say, hey, what did you do in this situation?
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Rendezvous with Alysia. Today's special guest is a dear friend of mine, Porsha Smith. She owns the Pink Sheep Interiors, and we were talking before we actually started filming, and she opened up a whole nother shop. So today is kind of a show about entrepreneurship, female queens that I have met along the way, and Porsha, you are definitely one of them. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, okay. Where do we begin? Let's begin because being an entrepreneur, people think it is so easy, and people think that it's just like, I'm going to start a business and do this. It is hard as anything. So let's talk about your journey. What made you want to become an entrepreneur? And let's talk about the ups and downs and the ins and outs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that as I got older, I just decided that I wanted to work for myself.
Okay.
And there's this quote that's kind of funny that says, only entrepreneurs are people that, you've heard it, right? That want to quit a 9-to-5 job working 40 hours a week to work 100 hours a week, right? Because we're crazy people.
Yeah.
But you have ideas in your head. You know, you're a natural sort of creator or dreamer, right?
Yep.
Which is what most entrepreneurs are. And you just kind of put it into play and say, one day, this is kind of what I want to do. And so I've always been a lover of beautiful things. I'm an interior designer by trade. So that's kind of where it started.
Okay, so that's kind of the missing puzzle piece. I did not know that about you.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. So I've worked in the field of interior design for many years, and also in corporate America, I guess, in retail as a retail manager and buyer and things of that sort. So all of those things kind of came together, and I thought, yeah, this is a good time in my life to do this. Yeah.
And what made you pick Market Common? What made you pick Myrtle Beach, Market Common in that hustle and bustle area? Maybe that's why the hustle and bustle area.
You know, I don't know that I thought at the time that it was going to be the Market Common, but when I moved 10 years ago now to South Carolina, I just have a love of the beach. And with life changes, I thought I wanted to be somewhere, some hard changes in my life, things that happened. I thought I wanted to be somewhere that the weather was warm, something that was going to force me to get up every morning, walk the beach, clear my mind. And that process of healing, I started like putting that plan together. I had a friend who had a business in Market Common, and I told everybody that I knew, I want to start a business. I want to start a business soon. I need a place to do it. So, you know, you put those feelers out there, and then people call you up and like, hey, I know there's a place available, and it was in the Market Common. So I didn't know at the time that was my gym, but I said, I'm going to take a chance and just see. And it worked out.
Yeah.
So I was on the side street of Iris, which, you know, a lot of people didn't know that there were stores there. And that kind of helped me I guess, figure stuff out before I got onto Howard Avenue, which, you know, they called like Fifth Avenue of the Market Common.
It is. That's why I said the hustle and bustle, because the parking, I mean, that is like the place to be.
Yes.
When people say, where can we go? We want to move to a place that's walkable. We need a good walkability. Market Common.
It really is.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's an amazing place.
And when I met you, I think when you came to the store the first time, I was on Howard Avenue.
Yes.
Okay, you don't remember me.
Oh, no, I
remember me on Iris.
I remember you on Iris.
Okay, yeah.
And then I I had bought some stuff. It's funny because last year when I went back, we had bought the house. You were on Howard.
That's right.
And that's when I
Yes.
was like, wait a second,
Yes,
you
this is
moved. You're on the
different.
main
Yes,
road now.
yes.
And
Yeah.
the whole store, it has like such a brighter, more open vibe
does.
to it. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It does, yeah. And it was scary. You know, you always are like, should I do it? Is everybody going to know that I've moved? And but I thought there's more traffic. There was more, I guess, small businesses on Howard Avenue that could help support my business, more foot traffic. But, you know, with a lot of new people, you know, as a realtor moving into the area, I thought if I'm going to grow the business, I got to be seen. You know, everything's about location. So I made that move. It's been 2 years now since I made the move on Howard, and I've never looked back. It's been amazing.
Yeah. So that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love the way I love watching, especially women business owners. Now, okay. So before we started the show, you told me that in November you opened another shop 4 doors down. Dude, let's talk about that.
So when you were in Pink Sheep, you remember, you know, having be a dog mom, that I had a small section in my store of dog apparel. So just, you know, from my my travels and my addiction and love of shopping, I've always known that everywhere you go, there's dog apparel or something for your animal. And so that's something we always think about when we're out shopping. And I thought, you know, whatever I do, I have to have a section that's just for dogs. So I had a small section of interiors with a little dog stuff in it. And I would always notice that people would gravitate towards, oh, I have a dog, and they'd buy a little something. So I kind of watched that over the last, 5 years since I've been in business, that part of the business grow a little bit. And so I said, I would love to open up a dog shop, but it needed to be close because I'm such a small business. I need to be able to run both of them.
Yes.
And so a spot opened up on Howard Avenue, 3 doors down from the interior shop.
Goodness.
And that's called Pink Sheep Pups.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So you
and actually, Chris Koppel helped me pick that name out.
Oh, did you?
We
Do you not love Chris Koppel? I love her.
I got to give a shout out to her, but
we had her on the show.
Oh, yes, I remember. I saw that.
Yeah,
one.
we had her on the show. Yeah, she's great. Yeah,
and with really good insight. But we were just kind of going back and forth talking about, women in business, and I was telling her what I wanted to do, and I couldn't really figure out a name. I had something in mind, and she just said, you already have started a brand. People trust Pink Sheep. You need to stick with that. And she's like, what about, like Pink Sheep Pups? And I was like, I like the sound of it.
I like it too.
So I had it and company. So it's Pink Sheep Pups and Company, but it is a full dog boutique.
And grooming as well.
There's no grooming.
No,
we have grooming on Howard Avenue.
Okay.
It's the Pet Spa.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're new. Great bunch of people that, I'm working with, and we're all supporting each other.
I love, so no competition.
Not at all. No.
You are adjusting each other's crowns.
Yes,
that is what I love
like
about
shining
you.
them. You know what I mean? Like I needed to have something like that on the street, but they also needed to have something like me.
Yes.
So we talk every day.
Nice.
The owners there, and they're great. 2 great guys that started that business, and they're doing great work there. So that worked out good. But with Pups, it's just all apparel. So it's dog apparel, human apparel, dog
Matching dog and
no,
people.
I haven't gotten into that. Yeah, I haven't gotten into that. People have asked me that, but all natural dog treats. Obviously, collars, leashes, dog toys, anything really that your dog wants. And I call it like, Sephora for your dog.
Yeah.
It's just they walk in and they get to shop on their own and pick out their own toys. And we kind of wanted to give it the same vibe that Pink Sheep Interiors has. So you walk in and it has that great smell that kind of lures you in, brings you in. And we got paw prints everywhere with all the local dogs' names on them. And every time we meet a new dog, he becomes a part of the family. He gets his name on the wall.
Oh,
it's growing
sweet.
into a really amazing part of the business.
I have to get
you
there.
do. And our neighbors, everybody in the community absolutely loves it.
Yeah.
We started Pup Cups recently, so it's a good spot.
Yeah, so if you guys have ever been to Market Common in the Myrtle Beach area, it is its own little town, I guess you'd call it.
It's a nice bubble.
It's got a movie theater. It's got restaurants. It's got shops up and down. It is so close to the airport. So if you're getting off the plane and you're hungry and you need a place to eat, you're going to want to hit Market Common, and then you're going to want to stroll.
Yeah,
now,
lots of shopping.
Yeah, they have all the festivals there. The art, they do arts and
every
music
Saturday
and
now
stuff.
is the the farmer's market, which is
Oh,
amazing. Yeah, with all the fresh fruits and vegetables and the honey. And yeah, it's a good place
it's really
to
a good
live.
place. Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
place to live,
Yeah.
to shop, to eat, to just hang out.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about being an entrepreneur. Now, I had called you, I guess, a couple months ago to come on the show, but you were on vacation. And I said, when I get you on the show, we're going to talk about that. How do you own now 2 stores, take a vacation? How do you leave your bread and butter? Do you shut down? Do you trust other people to run it the way you do? Do you shut your phone when you're on vacation? What is that like as an entrepreneur to actually take time off?
You don't. So
Okay.
it's yeah, and I guess I should say it's not really a vacation. I'm just kind of away from the shop.
Okay.
And it's a hard thing to do. But for the first 4 years, I worked kind of single handedly in interiors and pink sheep interiors, and I had somebody part time every now and then. But you're never off, right? You're working pretty much 24/7, and when you build something from the ground up, you just love it. It doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
It's a part of you. But in order to grow your business as an entrepreneur, you have to leave it. You have to kind of give yourself a little bit of a break. And when you're gone, you're still working, right? You're networking, you're telling everybody about your business. What I've learned since owning my own business is that everybody travels somewhere else, and a lot of people come to Myrtle Beach. So I'm not afraid to be in another state and tell people about my stores, because I know that at some point they might come to the Myrtle Beach area and they'll remember that conversation or the interaction that we had. So you're always working, but the goal is to find people that can work for you, that you do trust. Put the work in early and train them properly to understand your product, to understand your, the way you operate, your the way you do business, and represent your brand the way you would, so that if you are gone, even if it's for a week, people don't even notice that you're not there.
Gotcha.
You're running things the way they would be run if you're there. I'm very fortunate that I have women that work for me. We all love and respect each other, and they want me to take a little bit of a break, but they hold down things as if I was there.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
That's really good to hear, because I've heard of a lot of small businesses that, hire younger people, or they can't, who's calling out sick, who doesn't show, who's stealing from the register. It is hard to have so much trust in your employees and be able to take a little breathing room. So I give you so much credit, and I'm so happy that you found a crew that you support each other in this journey,
Well, and like you were saying too early about the ups and downs of it, it's like it's not always perfect, right? And there's trial and error. So you do hire on people that you think might work and they don't. A hard thing that you have to do as a business owner is be okay with making that decision, to know that that person that you thought would be good is not good for your business.
Right.
Not that they're not a good person, they're just not good for your business. They don't either understand your vision, respect your vision, that sort of thing. And you have to be able to have that hard conversation that, hey, this isn't the right place for you. I don't have a problem with that, because I love my job so much and it's mine. And so if you can't come on board with my vision, then it's okay, but you can't be here either. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, another question that I wanted to ask about entrepreneurship is, did you need, so some people think they have to go to school and they have to get this huge education, but then you look at other people that, like, look at Facebook. Facebook exploded, and
I
those
know.
guys are college dropouts and they're billionaires. Like, you don't always need a college education, but is it who you know? Is it what you know? Like, what do you think is, let's say there's somebody that school just isn't for them and they want to be that entrepreneur. Like, how do you
good question.
get it going?
Yeah. It's really grit.
It is
You know
grit,
what I
right?
mean?
Yeah.
It is. I mean, yeah, I have some education behind me, but I think at the end of there's so much that you don't know that you learn along the way.
Exactly.
And you have to be willing to be okay with going home at the end of the night saying today sucked. It wasn't at all like what I thought it would be. I feel very inadequate at what I'm doing, but you wake up the next day and say, I'm going to get back at it, and I'm going to fix what I broke yesterday. And a lot of it's teaching yourself, but you also have to be open to ask questions and reach out to people that maybe have been in business for a couple years and say, hey, what did you do in this situation? I think the mistake that some people make is that they go into business, they're going to make a lot of money right away. They're going to hire a team of people that are going to work for them. They can stand back and be a boss, and just the money is going to come in. And that is furthest from the truth. Like, you have to be in the grind every single day, working your business. And I mean, I'm in, 6 years now total, like, I guess, with 2 stores. And I'm still not there yet, and I feel like I'm successful, but it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of grit, and you just have to love it. 24-hour days, really, of planning, but things like taxes nobody tells you about, and ordering supplies and ordering merchandise, and people say, how do you order things?
That was my next question for you, because I've shopped at your store and your products are beautiful. And I'm like, where does she get these ideas from? You have some classy things, and then you have some unique things. I actually bought a picture from you. I have it upstairs, and I was going to do a whole room. It's a bird, it's a crane,
and with the gold foil.
Yes, and I'm like, I love this. Where did she get this from? And then it's like, I still want to shop from you, but I have to know myself. How do you get the ideas? Is it from the input that you get from your clientele, or is it just what you have in your spirit of what you want to make your products about?
It is. It's like your home, right? So you walk into your house and you want your home to represent you. And so you buy things that feel good to you or give you inspiration. And so when I'm shopping, Pink Sheep and Tears has its own vibe. The name itself, Pink Sheep, it evolved from how I describe myself in my family unit, like black sheep, white sheep, pink sheep. So I've always been a little different from my sisters, a little bit more creative, thinking outside the box, not being afraid to be different. And so that's how I look at as a buyer. So I buy things that I look at and go, that's interesting, and it's quirky, but it's beautiful, and in the right place, it's going to be amazing. And that's just how I can't explain it, but that's kind of how I do it.
Yeah, I bought also from you, you had this like wood carved bowl that you could put candies in it, office, paper clips and things in it. And then I bought this other piece, this tray for my dining room table, and it was imperfect. And I grabbed it anyway, and I said, it's kind of looks like it was chewed up on the side. I said, this is so perfect because it's imperfect. Then the funny part is I'm showing new homes, and they pay all this money for the interior decorators to put in the model homes, all the stuff. The same imperfect pieces that are all brought up with holes or they're in all the model homes too. I said, oh my God, I bought it from a personal interior designer, and here are these big, huge companies styling their model homes with the same stuff that you have in there. I'm like, you really have an artistic, and I got it from you first before I noticed them starting to use it.
Right. Well, I think too, like what makes a home beautiful, right, is that you have some old mixed with some new, and some things that are, maybe you have a bunch of solid colors, but you have that one piece in there that looks like it doesn't belong, but it just fits perfect. But I also think of life that way, right? Like where I'm imperfect. I'm perfectly imperfect, right? So it's just, and that's okay. We're always running around trying to like look like everybody else and be like everybody else. And it's really the people that stand out on their own and say, hey, it's okay to just look like me or be myself. Like that's just how I've always thought about myself and life. And it does kind of boil down into basic stuff that, that's in your home too, and how you decorate. But
I get the most complaints. I get the most compliments on that piece. And in it, I have it on my dining room table. I have 2 different candles and the coasters. So if you're going to, in it, and everyone's like, where did you get that? I said, at Pink Sheep Interiors. I said, she has the best pieces there.
And I think too that when I was younger, and just kind of like moving out from home, and I lived in New York for 10 years. So I was like really poor. And so I learned to like thrift, and I learned to buy furniture that was like chipped on the end because it was discounted. And I was like, oh, how can I hide that so it looks like it's new? And, you learn those little tricks when you don't have a lot of money. And I knew that there was something I had when people would come into my apartment and they'd be like, oh my God, people my same age, oh my God, your house is so nice. Where'd you get all this nice?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that sofa was like off the corner, you know what I mean? And I just threw a blanket on it or something like that. So, I think that it doesn't have to be super expensive. And even when I'm doing interior design, people want to like spend so much money on like furniture pieces. And I always say it's good to have high end and low end, right? Maybe you buy a $2,000 rug, but you can buy a chair from an antique store for $50 to sit on that rug. Everything doesn't have to be expensive.
Exactly.
But everything can't be from the thrift store either. You know what I mean? You kind of have to mix and match.
Now, do you do that? Do you do personal home decorating or something? If somebody calls you?
I started that when I first moved here, but that's a lot of work too, and you have to depend on a lot of other people. You need tradesmen to help you with that. You need an electrician, you need a painter, you need a handyman to hang fixtures and that sort of thing. And I was trying to do all that myself, and you just can't do that with one person. You need a team. And if you're not at a point where you can afford to keep people on that payroll, most tradesmen are going to have different jobs. And so trying to coordinate, getting them all together for a job can be hard sometimes. So I left the interior side and thought I'm just going to work for myself and have those people like yourself, even if you're staging a home, come see me and I can put the perfect pieces in a house that you're trying to stage for resell.
Yeah. Now, Porsha, if people are trying to get in touch with you, the address of both stores, emails, phone numbers, we're going to put it along the bottom of the screen here.
That's great. Yeah.
So tell us.
Oh, you want to? I thought you were going to say Okay, let's see. Pink Sheep Interiors is 2876 Howard Avenue, and Pink Sheep Pups is 2922 Howard Avenue. They're all unit numbers. I think I'm D and C, but you can't miss it. Yeah, you'll see. There's lots of marketing out there. Pink Sheep Interiors is right next to the flower shop, and then Pink Sheep Pups is kind of right there in the middle too. You can't miss either store. And I'm always running back and forth between both.
Yeah.
So you'll see me standing on the corner selling stuff.
Yeah. Do you get involved with all the local events that they have in Market Common? Do you have like a table or a tent out there? Or
Well, yeah. Once a year, I do a thing with Chris Koppel and Tidal Creek. That's for the dog side. And then for the interiors, I actually don't. I don't do any pop-ups. It's a lot of work to do the pop-ups. Yeah. The goal is to just do things like this with friends of mine and, keep growing the business that way. And, in today's world, everything's about how many followers you have and people being on social media. So I do have a Facebook page. I do have an Instagram page. I'm rebuilding my website now. My website is allthingspinksheep.com. And I'm trying to really build a brand, and Pink Sheep Interiors and Pink Sheep Pup are kind of under that umbrella. And it kind of opens me up to maybe something in the future, a third business, or maybe go into some e-commerce and do some things online as well, because I've been asked that a lot. Do you ship? And
I was going to ask you that if I bought something. So with your new website, will you have e-commerce, or that's kind of on pause right now?
It's on pause.
Okay.
That's a lot of work, and so I'm still doing a lot of research to how I could do that. That would still be cost effective. One of the main things that has been successful for me is most people think that boutiques are very, very expensive. And so I try to buy beautiful things that are made in the United States and that are very useful. So that tray you're talking about, you can use it anywhere in the house.
Anywhere.
Have a lot of different uses for it, so you don't feel like you're wasting money. But the price point is really good.
Yes. Your prices are amazing.
Right, and people say that. Sometimes they say that. I'm thinking, ooh, is that really good that they're that good? But, it brings you guys back, right?
Yeah.
But with that, so I want to be able to, if I decide to start shipping, I want to be able to still keep it that way. But shipping is so expensive. So I'm just trying to figure all that out. But of course, I could send something to you. If you're local, I can drop it off to your house.
Oh, yeah. So you got that? So if you want to see something online, she'll drop it to your house if you're in the local Myrtle Beach area.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad I got to have you on today. I have a quick question to ask you. Do you have a secret that you could tell us? Something that nobody knows about you that we're gonna let the world know on Rendezvous with Alysia?
Oh, goodness gracious. Wow. Yeah, that I do. I don't. No, I don't. I don't know that I have a secret. Anything. I'm kind of an open book. Honestly,
Yeah.
I really am. I'm kind of an open book. I don't know. Other than that, I sing really loud in the shower. I don't know.
I love it because I'm singing and dancing my way through life right now.
Oh my God! I can't believe I just said I didn't say that. You are. My God, the shower queen.
Oh, I am.
The dance parties in the shower. I absolutely love them.
I love it. I love it.
Your showers are amazing.
Yeah.
But real quick, what I wanted to say though was, I don't know that it's a secret, but I think I do have a gift.
Okay.
And I believe that everybody in the world has a gift. And I don't think it's wrong to admit that you have a gift. Like everybody has their thing.
God gave us gifts to kind of share them with the world. Yeah.
God gifted us. I think my gift is that I love people, and I think it shows the minute I meet people.
I think so.
It's in my voice. I love to touch people. I love that interaction. And from the very first time you and I met, we connected. We connected about other things, of course, the military and things of that nature. We have that in common.
Yeah.
But I love that I could meet a person, build that relationship, and you just never know in life where that takes you. I've followed you as you have opened up your career and changed, and I've noticed that you're starting a new brand and a new line, and which is really exciting. But from that one experience, for you to just even ask me to come back and be on your podcast and help me with my business and me help you with your business, that was like 2.5, 3 years ago when we first met.
Yes.
Yeah. And you just never know when you're going to meet somebody. And I think that's the thing I love about myself, is that I am open and I'm not afraid to put myself out there and just tell people my story and, and see where that goes with that. So I appreciate your friendship and everything that you do for small businesses, for women, and how you represent us. It means a lot.
Thank you, Porsha. That means so much to me. I had asked that the question once about a secret when I was interviewing this indie artist, Robbie Hart, and she goes, I do have a secret. I said, well, she goes, I love Scotch tape. And I said, oh, okay. And she goes, I have Scotch tape everywhere, in my car, in my bedroom, in every drawer. I can't live without Scotch tape. So now every time I'm in Staples, I text her a selfie and I'm holding up the Scotch tape. I'm like, I can't stop thinking about you now, which that was the secret. But that you do definitely have that gift from the minute. It had to be about 3 years ago. I met you through Chris Couple. Big shout out to Chris this show. She's amazing and beautiful. And and I'm glad that we met. And you are a people person. You are that nurturing, loving type of person. And people meet you, they see that and they can feel it right away.
I think you need that too to be an entrepreneur. You have to be able to have people, I don't say convince people, but have that relationship where you can build, whether it's through your customers or your clients or in your field. I mean, in the field that you're in, you can't be an introvert and do what you do. You just can't. That buying a home is probably one of the biggest things, one of the business decisions that people are going to make. Yeah. And then in my field, putting stuff in your home is probably also, important to make your house feel like a home. That's the one place in the world that your sanctuary to go home to after you've left the world and the craziness of the outside, and go inside and do what, be in your own space. So those are important aspects of your life, and people trust us to do that. So it's super important. You have to be authentic. You can't fake that.
Yeah, you definitely
you gotta be
can't
genuine.
fake that. Yeah, you have to. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. If you guys want, right on Howard Avenue in the heart of Market Common, Pink Sheep Interiors. And now today we found out about Pink Sheep Pups. So if you're strolling along, if you have bought a house from me or from anybody else and you're looking for those extra pieces to decorate your home, or if you need some pup supplies, Pink Sheep Interiors, give a call. Go and visit Porsha Smith on Howard Avenue in Market Common. Calling all first responders, healthcare professionals, and military personnel. Are you ready to take the next steps in your home buying or selling journey? My name is Alysia Stern. I'm a licensed realtor in New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida, and the founder of the Heroes Agents. You have made tremendous sacrifices for all of us, and it is our honor to assist you in your real estate journey. To express our gratitude, we offer hero rebates and customized services tailored to fit your unique needs. Our commitment is to help you find your perfect home or enhance the value of your current property. We are also dedicated to supporting you in securing financial resources and smoothly navigating the mortgage process, guiding you every step of the way. To date, we have proudly given back over $50,000 to heroes like you as a way to say thank you. The Heroes Agents are here to serve you and make the process as easy and stress-free as possible while giving back with no strings attached. Reach out to us today at 833-TOP-HERO. That's 833-TOP-HERO. Or visit theheroesagents.com.